State law is state law, and it's my job to enforce state law. I will do so, and we want to make sure that every jurisdiction, including Orange County, understand what state law requires of the people and the subdivisions of the state of California.
I mean, does that mean a lawsuit against the sheriff's department or an arrest of the sheriff?
Listen, I think I just answered that.
California's Attorney General with some strong words for the sheriff of Orange County. This as county officials push back against the state's sanctuary city laws by working more closely with federal immigration officials. Joining me now, the mayor of Aliso Viejo, California, Dave Harrington, is here. Thank you for coming on this morning. First off, can you just give us an idea of what are residents saying about all this? We report on this all the time, and it's tough to really hear what's going on the ground. What are you hearing?
So I'm hearing a lot of positive feedback from my residents. You get some people that kind of conflate the issue of immigration with criminals that are being released out of custody and making our communities less safe. That's not the issue. Isn't about immigration. It's about criminals who violate the law further and then get released without any contact with immigration officials whatsoever to make sure that they should be allowed back into the communities. But by and large, most of the feedback has been very positive. So
why is it in the best interest then of your city to reject these sanctuary state laws?
Well, because they make us less safe. Plain and simple. I was a member of the Orange County Sheriff's Department for almost 29 years. That was my business. Public safety is what I did. And I'll just tell you, when I look at policies that come out of Sacramento, it's pretty simple. Does it make us less safe, or does it make us safer? This makes us less safe. When you release criminals on the street, when you do that, you're making your communities less safe. People who should not be let out. I'm not talking about people who do their time. I'm talking about people who should not be let out of prison.
Well, you weren't the first mayor to step forward and reject these sanctuary state laws. Why did you decide to come forward now, considering it might look that you were reluctant to do so before?
Yeah, that's a fair question. I think that I drew a lot of inspiration from the city of Los Alamitos. Mayor Edgar, Councilman Kusumoto, Councilwoman Hasselbrink, and Councilmember Murphy. It was very inspirational, and I just think it was, it's high time we started standing up against these policies, and I just drew inspiration from that, and I'm going to join them and help them. The Board of Supervisors of our county is now doing it. You're seeing a lot of pushback coming, and it's about time.
Mayor Harrington, what did you think about what you heard from the California Attorney General there, fighting back, not ruling out taking action against the Orange County Sheriff?
Yeah, I kind of wish the Attorney General of California took as much interest in the criminal activity going on in our state as he does in wanting to sue the Trump administration with this, or going after our local law enforcement. AB 109 allows criminals to be unsupervised and out. An AB 109 release killed a cop in Whittier. He doesn't seem too interested in that. Last night we had a suspect arrested who had 32 pounds of methamphetamine. 32 pounds, $480,000 street value. Where's his interest in keeping those drugs off the street and keeping those criminals behind bars? So I think he needs to reprioritize and maybe start looking at keeping our communities safer and quit letting violent felons out of prison. We're looking right now, because of Prop 57, we're looking at 10,000 convicted sex offenders who are going to be eligible for early release. I'd like to see him get more interested in stopping that nonsense instead of going after law-abiding citizens.
Mayor, I've only got a few seconds left, but do you think there are more of you out there? Do you think there will be a chain reaction here?
I think you're seeing a chain reaction. I think you're seeing it happen. And yes, there is. I've been contacted by several people who are interested in this in their area, and not just Orange County. So I think you will. I hope you will. I hope so. I think the more people stand up and fight for the rule of law, I think we'll be better off. And I think you'll see more people joining. I hope so.
Mayor Dave Harrington, thanks for coming on the program this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There were hundreds of protesters taking over City Hall in a major U.S. city.